But with Rashford, do you think he is good enough?
I would say he is the best player for United. For me, he's that. He's exciting to watch.
For the United squad, he's the best player.
I think the only thing so far, he hasn't scored enough goals. But for me, he's the most exciting player to watch.
More than Pogba?
Yes, it is now, I would say so, yeah. But yeah, he needs to score goals. Obviously, he's a striker for United, and then you need to produce and score goals. But he's very young as well, and
he's young, but he's relatively experienced. He's played in World Cups as well. Let's not forget.
Yeah, no, he's been around a bit now, and
well, isn't the debate out? Is he going to play through the middle? Is he more of a wide guy coming in? You know, what's your opinion? I mean, you're a centre forward. Would you think he's a number 9, or is he better to play out wide, or behind the front man?
I think if it's possible to have him a bit in a more freer role, if he could drift a little bit wide when he wants to, and then when he wants to come inside.
Because when he's up against them defenders, I think he's a little bit easier to mark.
Yeah.
What about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? How well do you know him?
I have played many years with him.
You may have played with him, but how well do you know him? I mean, Andy Cole and Teddy Sheringham played together for many years. They didn't get on.
How many sugars did he have in his cup of coffee?
No, Ole Gunnar, he's a very good man. He's a sensible man. It is a very big job he's got on his hands here. But he's got experience now. He's been a coach now for many years.
How good a coach was he at Molde? I'll be honest, I don't really follow.
Yeah, no. He did really well in the Norwegian league. I think he took over Molde at a time where Rosenborg was very, very good. But he managed to win straight away, won a couple more league wins there. But when you now go to United, then you compete against the best managers also in the world. So it's tough for him, yeah.
Do you think he is the right man? Do you reckon he's going to bring success to the Manchester United fans who are growing impatient?
Yeah, no, I think it's difficult to say that you need time and when you have such a job managing United. But I think he's a very sensible, he's a clever guy, and I think still he can do a very good job there.
Is there another side to Ole? Because obviously we see him interviewed, and I've met him a couple of times. He seems like a really lovely guy. Can he lose it? Can he lose it? Yeah.
Don't be mistaken, Ole. He's a winner.
Silent assassin.
Yeah.
Did he scream and shout at you if you didn't set him up?
Oh yes. Oh yeah. No, he wanted the ball, and he.
Can he do that as a manager though? Has he got that? Do you think?
I think so. I think everything about him is about winning.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you need in that job.
Well, you could say that about many managers. You could say that about Mourinho, but he seems to fall out of favour with the players. It's one thing to be about winning.
There's a lot of stuff that you need to handle when you're a manager.
Exactly.
A lot.
That's my point, though. It's not just about wanting to win. It's about being able to do it.
Of course, yeah. No, it's to handle the press and the pressure from everyone around the club, and obviously with United, it's time 10 when you're in that job. So he might have things to learn, and he develops as well. Who knows?
Okay, well, how about this? Rio Ferdinand was at the match, I believe, and he decided to roll down his windows as one of the Fan TV YouTube channels were just discussing the game in Manchester United. Here's what he had to say to them.
I'm being honest.
Come on, man. Where's that coming from?
That's what they're saying. But some people are saying trust the process.
Only out for what?
Some people are trusting the process, and some people are like, is this team doing anything different to what Van Gaal was doing?
We're just going to keep like a change of managers every week. Like, is that what everyone wants? You get a bad result, you change it. 2 weeks ago, I didn't see people saying, we want Ole out. And now it's changed after 2 weeks. Come on, man.
You feel it's just too reactionary?
It's too knee jerk. Like, just let it. Sometimes you just got to let things just play out.
You see structurally, Rio. Yeah. People know that we didn't reinvest when we let players go, but it's fair enough. Ole's got rid of a lot of deadwood or players that want to be.
Thanks to Rio Ferdinand's Twitter and Instagram page for that. I think it's the first time we've done that on the show. Is he right? Are we being too reactionary?
I think he obviously feels strongly about it, because if you're going to put your window down when you're coming out of a football ground, you're as high profile as someone like Rio Ferdinand. But I think he's been a little bit protective towards his old club. He always seems to be about Man United. It seems to be the club that he takes to heart. He had a lot of success there, and I think maybe a little bit overprotective. I think Ole's big enough, as you said, to stand up for himself. But yeah, I think the fans can't have it both ways. They can't one week be saying, yes, he is the right man, and all of a sudden we have a bad result away from home and it changes again. He needs time again, as you mentioned, just like Frank Lampard did.
I think it just harks back to last season, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I was there at Huddersfield when they drew. I wasn't there on the final day when they lost at home to Cardiff, relegated Cardiff. There are question marks, not just from this season.
No, you can't get away from United also need more points, but you can't exactly listen to supporters either, because as you can hear, 1 week they are up there, oh yes, he's the man, and then you lose, and then oh no, now he needs to go out. So it's impossible to be listening to them in such. But yeah, if the results doesn't come, the pressure will come.
Yeah, and that of course comes from the fans again, doesn't it?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge club, isn't it? The fans are very demanding. It's been a tough year. They're not used to this, are they? Going back to the 80s when it was tough for them. Nowadays, since the 90s too, they've won more or less everything. After Ferguson's left, things have been tight, haven't they? It's been a lot different for the club and the fans. They're having to adapt as well, the fans. They're not used to it.
Do you think Solskjaer will be a success at Manchester United?
I honestly think it'll be very difficult. I really do. But with the players he has, as I mentioned, I think they should have got a few more players in if it was possible. And I think he's going to struggle.
Okay. Well, on that note, sorry.
No,
go on.
I also think it hurts the United supporters, the two teams that are flying for the moment, City
locals
and Liverpool. So obviously that is hurting the supporters of United at the moment.
Well, the reason I also wanted to discuss this was the big news that David De Gea is now the highest paid player in the Premier League, reportedly on £375,000 a week. Talking about them needing to sign new players. They have a lot of money. Apparently they do. Now, Jose Mourinho is here, or was here, somewhere up here in the stands, I don't know where, and he's come out to say something about it, that he thinks De Gea is lucky. That 3 years ago, I'll try to explain why he says that. 3 years ago, when it came to goalkeepers, Real Madrid were looking, and now they got Courtois, PSG got Navas, who's 34 for a goalkeeper, still quite a few years left. There's no doors open left for De Gea, and he still gets this. On top of that, Roy Keane's in the studio, and he's questioning his character.
No, I mean, it's huge money, but I think if you're going to have to go out and buy a keeper like Chelsea have and like Liverpool have, they have to pay 70, 80 million for the best player in the world. So maybe Man United have looked at it in a business sense as well. It probably costs more money and more wages to go and get somebody else. And De Gea's been an unbelievable keeper. How many Player of the Years has he won at Man United? It's very difficult to criticise a keeper who's been so consistent over a period of time. But I do think that he's maybe on that way of his career. When Mourinho was saying that, he was definitely like that. Now maybe he's going that way a little bit, but it's a business decision as well.
I don't think you can justify the salary at the moment. I think we
Adam's on similar wages, so
apparently so, but only in Thai baht maybe. Which, if you convert, isn't that much.
It's crazy money, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You think so? You don't think it's deserving of that? Put aside the fact that it's enormous.
Well, if you look at it in a perspective now, because football is so popular all around the world. And if you play for United, you will have a very, very good salary, and also for a few other clubs around here in England at the moment. So it is crazy money. We all know that, but that's just the way it goes.
I just find it also interesting what Dom said about his form currently. I mean, since the World Cup, it seems, since he made errors against Portugal, the Ronaldo free kick has been downhill. The shocking thing is, he is now the same age as Schmeichel was when Schmeichel joined United.
But I also think the way the game's evolved, with the ball on the floor going back to the keeper, and you have to be better on the floor. That's maybe not his game, is it? He was touch and clear it under the, play out when he could. I think nowadays the fans want to see keepers passing it out to people, rolling it out, putting the foot over it, doing a little trick, and then passing it out. Yeah. That's not his game, is it? He's a shot stopper. He's a very good shot stopper. Is he commanding enough in the box? Not too sure at times.
The only thing maybe now that when he now has signed, that he could settle a bit again, because it's been a lot of rumours back and forward.
Does it affect your performances on the pitch?
It can. I think so. When it's so much talk about it, like day in and day out, it can affect you. And now when this is over, he might concentrate more on what's happening on the pitch.
He's been there for 8 years, and I don't know if you remember when he joined United, he was under a lot of pressure, but he overcame that.
No, maybe now you could see his form coming up again.
Yeah, it's a difficult time for him as well, because he hasn't got the same back four in front of him that he played under for many years, who are probably, no disrespect, a bit better. So now again, he's got to work harder maybe than what he used to work.
Actually, I interviewed him 2 days ago, and he was saying it helped having Lindelof and Maguire.
Yes.
Up to that point, starting
Steady partnership week in, week out, reliable in front of him. That'll definitely help him.